Golden Bachelorette. What is Chock Chapple's real name? November 11, 2024. Hello, Bachelor Nation news fans. Welcome back to the channel. What is the Golden Bachelorette finalist, Chock Chapple's real name? Though Chock is a fun nickname, does he have a full name aside from that? If so, what is it, and where did Chock come from? Who started that, and how has it stuck for so long? Keep reading for more details. What is Chock Chapple's real name? From the beginning, Chock Chapple has been a frontrunner on the Golden Bachelorette. He met Joan Vassos at Disneyland for a solo date, and they were like kids running around, wearing ears and having a great time. They rode on all of the rides and beamed ear to mouse ear. Then, the evening culminated with a romantic dinner where Joan was dressed like Cinderella and he was her handsome prince. They shared in fireworks, and it was evident that she had developed early feelings for him. Unfortunately, his mother passed, and he had to leave for the funeral. This broke Joan, and though she tried to enjoy her other dates, her mind was on Chock and how his heart was breaking. More so, she wondered if he would return soon, if at all. By the end of the episode, he was back, and she was elated. He made it to hometowns, but viewers started to see that there was something off about Chock. The father of two has become somewhat overbearing toward Joan, and it is a tad uncomfortable. Needless to say, since Pascal Evie was eliminated, Chock and Guy Gansert are now the final two. That being said, fans are questioning what Chock stands for, so they started a Reddit thread to ask fellow Golden Bachelorette viewers for the answer. The OP wrote this: "Where did Chock get his name? I can't figure out what this is short for and why someone would choose this name." One follower quickly jumped in and shared what they knew. "I read that his real name is Charles. Not sure where Chock came from." After seeing his real name is Charles, fans had a lot of commentary to share. He chose Chock because why? There were a handful of theories as to why Chock Chapple would go by a nickname like that rather than his biological name of Charles. One Golden Bachelorette follower said this: "From his ego, as an attempt to nickname oneself usually is. He must have felt Chock would stand out and bring him more attention than plain old Chuck. It's so ridiculous Joan already said she needs a different name as she can't imagine saying Chock in a moment of passion." Others felt it was just a ridiculous choice. His nickname is an insult to the name Charles. It sounds like Chock, or maybe a sibling couldn't pronounce Chuck and it stuck. Quite a few strange nicknames start out that way. Ultimately, this was deemed a sad nickname, but oddly appropriate for him. Would you have guessed that Chock was spawned from Charles? Let us know and watch The Golden Bachelorette Wednesday on ABC. From the very first episode of The Golden Bachelorette, Chock Chapple has been a standout contestant. He quickly formed a genuine connection with Joan, making viewers root for them from the start. Their Disneyland date was filled with fun and laughter, reminiscent of a couple who had known each other for years. Joan, dressed like Cinderella, and Chock, playing the role of her handsome prince, shared a magical night. The chemistry was undeniable, and the romance was palpable. However, despite the fun and excitement of their date, real-life circumstances hit when Chock's mother passed away. He had to leave the show temporarily to attend the funeral, and viewers watched as Joan struggled with his absence. Her heart ached for him, and she was unsure whether he would return. But when he did, their connection only seemed to grow stronger. By the time Chock reached the hometowns, fans were convinced that he was one of Joan's top choices. But then something shifted. As the Golden Bachelorette progressed, viewers began to notice a shift in Chock's behavior. While he had initially come across as charming and down-to-earth, there were moments where he seemed overly intense and a bit overbearing toward Joan. Some fans started to question whether Chock's feelings for Joan were genuine or if his eagerness was causing him to come on too strong. Nevertheless, as the competition whittled down, Chock remained one of the final two contestants, alongside Guy Gansert. The stakes were higher than ever, and viewers were eager to learn more about the man behind the nickname. The search for the truth. What is Chock's real name? As fans grew more curious about Chock's backstory, the question arose: what is Chock Chapple's real name? On social media, particularly on Reddit, fans started to investigate. One user posted a thread asking the burning question: where did Chock get his name? I can't figure out what this is short for and why someone would choose this name. Immediately, the thread sparked numerous replies from viewers who were equally baffled. One quick response from a fellow Golden Bachelorette fan revealed what many had been suspecting. Chock's real name is Charles, so Chock is short for Charles. But the mystery didn't end there. Why Chock and not Chuck or another variation of Charles? That's where things got a little murky. Now that the cat was out of the bag, fans began to speculate on why Chock chose to go by this particular nickname. And let's just say, the theories ranged from the plausible to the downright humorous. One Reddit user shared their take, stating, "From his ego, as an attempt to nickname oneself usually is. He must have felt Chock would stand out and bring him more attention than plain old Chuck." This theory suggested that Chock may have been trying to craft a unique identity for himself that would catch people's attention. After all, Chuck is a common nickname for Charles, so perhaps Chock was looking for something that would make him stand out more in a competitive environment like the Golden Bachelorette. There was also some speculation that the name was chosen in an effort to be distinctive, something that would resonate with viewers. As the Golden Bachelorette contestants often want to leave lasting impressions, choosing a nickname like Chock could have been an effort to make sure his name was unforgettable. Chock or Charles, is there a difference? Some viewers speculate that Chock's decision to go by this nickname may also hint at his personality, someone who is confident enough to redefine himself, even through something as simple as a name. After all, names carry weight, and by choosing Chock over Charles, he may be signaling to Joan and to the world that he is not just any man, but someone special. The debate about Chock's name has certainly sparked some funny comments and banter among fans. But as the show nears its conclusion, one thing is clear: Chock Chapple has made a lasting impression, even if his name has led to some confusion and speculation along the way. Final thoughts. So, what do we know now? Chock Chapple's real name is Charles, but where Chock came from remains a mystery, though fans have had a lot of fun speculating about its origins. Whether it was a self-chosen moniker or something that came about naturally, one thing is certain: Chock's nickname has certainly added to his charm and made him stand out in the crowd of the Golden Bachelorette contestants. As the Golden Bachelorette continues, we'll have to see whether Joan's connection with Chock leads to a happy ending. Regardless of what happens next, though, it seems that Chock, whether he's Charles or Chock, has secured a place in Bachelor Nation's heart. Let us know what you think about Chock's nickname in the comments below. Do you love it or do you find it a bit odd? Don't forget to tune in every week for more updates on the Golden Bachelorette. Until next time, Bachelor Nation.